This game shall be one of characters that disappoint this person for the point value that they have. One of those characters is Vandal Savage at 250 points. For that many points, he has a long dial, though his powers, they seem subpar. The 236 for 250 points. 236 point Silver Surfer from Guardians of the Galaxy. This is Trinity War. Tyr, God of Justice, as Guardian God of Justice from Thor the Dark World. Iron Man Mark 42 at 300 points from Iron Man 2. And Superman at 350 points from Man of Steel. I'm trying to catch the Man of Steel. Rolling for initiative roll. Initiative roll. Silver Surfer. 8. Superman. 5. Iron Man. Mark 42. 8. Tyr. 6. Vandal Savage. 9. Vandal Savage will be going first. Mark 42 second. There two of them had 8. Was it Silver Surfer? Silver Surfer and Iron Man both had 8. Superman had 6. Tyr would had 5 or had 5 as the lowest. Tyr will be going last. Vandal Savage will be going first. Alpha and Omega. Then Vandal Savage. Then between Mark 47, Iron Man, and Silver Surfer. Or was it in Superman? This Silver Surfer again. 9. Mark 42 Iron Man. 5. Vandal Savage, Silver Surfer, Mark 42 Iron Man, Superman, then Tyr. First up. Vandal Savage has 7 movement. I like that sword. I'd like to go get that sword. The sword object is meant to imitate or represent that giant sword from the level, from the Gambler's Gulch level of War of the Monsters, which is this huge. It breaks after you have. It can deal a maximum of 10 damage, or you can use it twice, whichever one comes first. If you deal 10 damage with it, it will break. It leaves the game. If you use it twice, it will leave the game. Which means that it could deal more than 10. It could deal 12 if you get 6 both times. But if you get 10, if you get 6 the first time and 4 the next time, it will break. Vandal Savage, that's a 7 movement. Trying to get that. Checking this room. Nobody. The coast is clear. Move here, check that hallway. 1 more movement remaining. No. 1 more into this hallway. Vandal Savage's turn is complete. Is there any special moves? He has an attack power that gives him... Is that close combat expert? Some kind of close combat expert, and he can use probability control with that action. There's one. Damage power. Savage, he's here. His damage power gives him a tactician at 1,000 wars. perplex and outwit, and he may use ignore characters for line of sight purposes when he uses it, but that attack power is a close combat expert, and he may use probability control when he uses it. That is, only when he uses for that action. His turn is through. Next is the Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer is going to check the room Silver Surfer is in. Silver Surfer can also see these 8. No one there. This can also see these 4. No. This shall head north. 12 movement. This character has the ability to take a double power action and running shot their whole range, which will be very useful if you know where someone is and they're very far away. However, this suspects that the amount of usefulness, power, theoretical usefulness, or combat power and ability allocation, capital, resource allocation, relocation allocation, correlation for the point value might be off there, because you can only use that when you don't know someone is there, and in an ordinary HeroClix game, you can always use that because you know where they are if they're within that range. However, this may be the mechanics of the game allowing you to sneak up on people makes up for it. This is not certain. But that's what these kinds of tests are for! 12 movement is what this has. It's going to move 4 here. Check that room up there. Nobody up there. This moved 4. This has 8 more movement remaining. Let's move, take 1. Now this can, that's 5. 7 movement remaining. This will check these 3 squares going back for any characters. Nobody there. So we'll 4 more to check the whole room. So let's move 5, 4, that's 9. This is 3 more movement after this. I said check these 3 transposed across those rows of those columns transposed upon those rows, and those that will walk behind the rows, the remaining squares. Now check it. No one in there. And then the rest of the 3 down here. This did not move Vandal Savage properly. Vandal Savage should be here once again. Ineptitude. That's yours. And the Silver Surfer. Now better get moving. Better take care of those character pegs you got. There. Be this square. To a total of 12. He gets around. Silverado. He's got that nightmare generator, mathematical archetypal, incalculable, violent, turning boom, enigma, code decoding information, exhibiting avail themselves the thermonuclear fusion from within a polychromatic assortment beyond the atmosphere, star generating ionizing radiation, light collateral alternation, gradation, contrast of anti-bubble sort of power. This is auto eye tear jerk knee bend magenta shaded void category Martoniverse that have carved from the void by necessity. I am the octopus Carnaria spatial present particle present and progression Carnaria orientation spatial orientation. fundamental order of the mortal world, precedent of aggression, archetype, defying sort of power, right there. That's it for him. This hallway. This didn't check the hallway. I could have passed somebody. So busy being a verbose and hyperbolic nitwit, it didn't check the hallway. What's this? Oh, that's the Silver Surfer. No, no one in the hallway. This already checked that room at the beginning of the turn. That is Silver Surfer's turn. That is Silver Surfer's turn. Next up, Superman or Mark 42. Mark 42, then Superman, then Tier. Has 10 movement. Checking that these 3 squares from those columns, from those rows transposed across these columns. No one there. To move. 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, go! Engage! No one to attack yet. Checking that hallway. Found the Silver Surfer! There you are, you surfing bird. And the bird is the word, Galactus' main bird, and the nomadic herald of Galactus' bird is the word. Keep checking that hallway. No, nobody else in that hallway. Check this room before this decides to... At this point now, it can make a move and attack ability using either the remaining movement or the movement allowed for the attack, which is actually... Does he have that speed power? No. If he didn't, this could use its whole movement. It says it can use... he doesn't have his range, which means for charge he would have his full movement. However, it's whatever movement is remaining. That eliminates one constraint. You can just have whatever movement is left. Running shot with it. Running shot! Go! Forth! Keep it! Nobody else in that. Okay, is there anywhere else? This would have been able to see up here. Superman. Just neglected to check there. This removed the peg. It's removed there. This would have found Superman immediately. It should have probably it should not if you don't look at the. It seems strange that he wouldn't look directly in front of him, though. If you neglect to look, this would say don't then check after you've left the area where you can see it from. This did that, and this will not undo it. Superman was found there. This can running shot for this moved 6 out of the 10 running shot. That would give this person 4 movement remaining. This can running shot for 5, half of 10. This only has 4 from the remaining movement is the lower one. Therefore, this can running shot for 4, but it does have 8 range. How close would it have to be to hit Superman? This could not hit a running shot Superman. This wouldn't have to. This could running shot here. Do that. And it will. Or could this move farther out? No, there's this would then obstruct line of sight. This will keep here, and from 8 away, this is going to target. Do I have a sharpshooter or something? Not certain that would help this person. Sharpshooter would allow this person to make ranged combat attacks against adjacent characters and shoot out of adjacency. But, or does it? Does it allow you to shoot out of adjacency? Yeah, maybe it doesn't do that. Suspect it does. 11 on an 18. 4. That's terrible. 15. 18. This wouldn't know the defense until it hits. Perhaps not even then. Someone would have to tell you a number. They would have to tell you... someone would have to either tell you their defense, or they'd have to tell you their attack, or you could do both. This is doing both. I'll tell you my attack, you tell me your defense. Don't do it, don't do it. Don't go there. I know where you want to go, don't do it. No, don't do it. That's it. That is all. That is the end of Iron Man's turn. Next up, curiously enough, Superman! The man from Krypton. Superman has 10 movement also, and a charge that ignores outdoor blocking terrain, or blocking terrain in general, and characters, and hindering, or some such thing. I think it's just outdoor blocking terrain and characters, considering that the flight ability already would probably... It might just be blocking terrain, I'm not certain. It might be blocking terrain and hindering or some such thing. As that's the only thing that flight doesn't... Flight ignores characters, and basically every terrain, essentially. Every terrain, or almost every terrain, has mayhaps not special terrain markers specifically designed to obstruct. Or doesn't ignore indoor blocking terrain or walls, but now he can ignore blocking terrain in general. It doesn't matter. You could just break through this wall if you wanted to, but only when using charge, not when flying in general. It's part of the charge power. Part of the heart of the cards. Check that room. And stop being a hyperbolic and loquacious, foul, lupine, squalid, bollocky cockle. But nobody in that room. Just can check that square. And these squares stop here. No, wait. No. Can't check those. Just this one. And that's all. And I'll move. This can also see from here, that square, across those columns, in that row, across those columns, checking. Mistake it made with Iron Man. This did not move Iron Man's thingamabob, bollocky, cockable. Take that. Take that, you belligerent ruffian. You forgetful, nereandering, nitwitted nerve herder. You scruffy-looking nerve herder. What does that mean? What does that mean, Princess Leia? You have to. That's you can't enter that kind of territory and then not explain that. What the boop is that? Is that like a womp rat shooter? Is that an insult also? That's what Luke Skywalker is apparently. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness. The irony is overwhelming. It's going to check. This can look into this from this square down, transposed from that column down across these rows to here, in addition to from all of these. It's already checked those. The remainder would be these two of these. This column transposed across those rows. Checking it. Oh, this already checked that. This has noticed that. Iron Man. From that level, From that level of Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Iron Man. Prepare to have a quantum-edged cubit axe launched and lodged straight into your chest armor. Ah! I felt that too. The contusions, that is. Contusions and illusions. I was flying in. Wait, what does it Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Iron Man. That's sort of grunge metal Iron Man shtick you got there. 6 more movement. Can this charge? This doesn't have running shot. This is close combat. This has 8 range. This could hit him from there. I'm trying to close. Do we have the same range? This suspect should probably close in that distance as much as possible. He's going to fly away in running shot. 6 movement. And the character bead, move it over, pass it along. Keep the money moving. Always keep the money moving. Pass it on. And that is all. Any special powers? Leadership, but nobody to lead. No one who will take commands from Superman. That is. This did not check this. This won't check it now. This is not checking it. This neglected. Not going to do it. Don't neglect that last time. Got to check the places you can see if you want to see people. Everywhere you look, there are character pegs to be seen. Oh, dear goodness, why? Next up, it's a Superman Tier. Tier is the only one left. Tier is here. Yep, Thermodron Crystal Bed Purple, Thermodron Crystal Bed Martonian Dark Chaotic Magic. 200 points. 17 defense, but increases from how many characters are surrounding. Tier has 8 movement and charge. Oi. He enhances as Guardians. This believes there are always Guardians on his team. Checking that room. No. Move 2 here. Checking that hallway. These 2 of this column transposed across this row. Corridor. Uncoordinated and careless frump. No. Moving out here, 2 more, 4. This has 4 more movement, checking that room. And this can also look up those 2 columns from this square to these squares. Noticing there might be quite the learning curve for trying to remember all these combinations and contexts of squares that you can see. The suspects that if you know where the walls are, maybe line of sight could help remember the concept of line of sight. Well, you figure that this is a wall and see straight forward, and then you can see this, and then from that you can remember, oh, the parallel also, because this is considered a zone, and you're adjacent to it, so you can see all of it. Is that a character? Too long. Jake Long in Filipino Dragon. Double Dragon. Too little, too short. More macaroni. More cheese. Beware. This has 4 more. Yes. I'll check that room. No one in there. And 4 more. This is going to move. So many options. There are 2 options. You can go down the hallway or this way. I want to go into that. Does he have super strength? He doesn't have super strength. He's a Norse god. Hapthor Bjornsson has super strength. Tyr, the god of justice. He doesn't have super strength. I can't pick up an object. I'm gonna go up here. There. Now this can check that whole row. With the exception of these two up these columns. No, whatever. That's it. That's all you can do. All you can do is take this out. Behold it, my dirty waste receptacle, my dirty wearable waste receptacle. Who are you? This is notice that. A bit unfortunate. Once again, this would like characters to be able to walk past each other on this hallway without automatically finding each other. This doesn't know who it is, but I know where he is. This is yours. And that is the end of your turn. Change places! The new round, what this is trying to say. The beginning, it says if he has two action... Vandal Savage's, one of Vandal Savage's traits says that if after he clears, he has 2 tokens, heal him of 1 damage. Is that supposed to be a joke? After you clear someone, they will always have no action tokens. Unless he has some power that gives him, that tells him not to clear all his action tokens when he clears. If what you mean is that, but it says after you clear, he has no, if he has 2 action tokens. That will never happen. Are you saying he doesn't heal? Too bad. Sorry, you might think he should, he won't. This is going to assume what they mean is that if he has 2 action tokens when you clear this character, he heals 1. It's going to assume that. But I'm going to go. This is saying those aren't the rules. That's not how this character should work, based on how it's right. This is taking that liberty to break the rules here. I break all of them. Not all of them. Some of them. Sometimes I break them to be more canonical to them. Whoa! You figure that one out! Oh, dear goodness. All the garish, tawdry, lupine, and unsavory, ruthlessly, ludicrously uncouth, and crass, snide, delinquent, garish balls. No one in that room. Checking that hallway. You're riding that hall. Do 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 do. You're riding that hall. Yeah. You're riding that hall. You're riding that hall. Yeah. Oh. You're riding that. Is this a character? No, it seems a bit short to be a character. I just thought it was for a moment. This has 7 movement at its disposal. So we'll move here, check. This is like that sword. I'm going to get that sword. Check that room first, make sure there's no one in there. There's 8, no one there. I'm going to have, this has 7 movement. This used 1, has 6 left. Could this move another 1, check that room, and have 5 left and go get that sword? Which square does the sword occupy? This did not give that any... This is going to say it occupies as many squares as it goes through, which is this one, that one, and that's 4 squares. He should be able to get adjacent to this square and pick it up. For now, at one point this might say you have to be near the handle. Perhaps you might not want to grab a heavy blade that is sharp by the blade. For now, this is going to allow this. That's another one. 2 out of 7, 5 remaining. Check this room. Check it. Video by Jessica Spears. Check it. No one in that room. Remaining 5 movement. Oh, this could be adjacent to the sword and then pick it up. That's 5 movement. I'll pick the sword up. Pick it up. Be somebody. Did I get up? What? What? That'll have to do. For some reason, I don't know why I thought we go. That's alright. And this has one more. This is gonna walk back. Maybe this should hide and come back out. I'm gonna hide in there. It's holding that sword now. This is the second movement this turn. Give him another black. Cause Van is back. Ooh, cause Van is back. Move over that movement, that character peg representing that he's altered his position amidst the Carnadia precedent progression of precedent of precedent of partimingus and particle precedent progression archetype Carnadia spatial orientation. Precedent of particle precedent of progression spatial Carnadia orientation. There you go. Particle precedent of progression Carnadia spatial orientation. Define. Define. Did this check this room? Checking it now, just in case. The Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage, that is it. You are finished. Does shape change? Or does that have wit? I'm going to say that's out of wit. Shape change. He gets a power that gives him out wit later, but it does also give him something else. His wits are getting more powerful. After Vandal Savage is Silver Surfer. Somewhere around here? Nah. There you are. That's yours. Checking this hallway. This is notice this. Iron Man. Dun 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 dun. 8. This is 8 range. This assumes this is aware that that character attempted to hit this person last turn. Only this had hypersonic. So it'd go haywire in this particular Hissite edifice. It's a manifest. What is going on with the mean tweets? You know Jimmy Kimmel's the one writing all of these, and then he gives the best ones to Sarah Louis Dreyfus. It's a manifest. Now, there's probably a picture of Sarah Louis Dreyfus, but she was being strangled. What can you do? Dreyfus. Oh, that's some ancient Greek legacy right there. You know, like her family must have had some profound impact on history that we'll never know because she's a celebrity now, and it's just not couth to bring up how her ancient ancestors conquered the Byzantine Empire or, like, founded Rome or something. Oh, dear goodness. Attalus Mantius the printer. Beware the semicolon. 8. 2. 8. This is attacking you. Good. Alright, second action. This has the willpower from Power Cosmic and Defenders. 10 on your defenses. 6. 16. You have 16. You have 17. That was close. Whenever hitting a 16 is close. You know, do you understand now what this is? But fortunately, this is the Silver Surfer here. This particular Silver Surfer. Both Silver Surfers are somewhat disappointing, but this decided 1 Silver Surfer per game, and this was more disappointing because it's 36 points more. The other one is a bit weaker, but this seems better for 200 points, and it has Impervious on the top. Like there's thematic and critical individual mistakes that don't exist on that character that exist here. He starts with Invulnerable because Silver Surfer and Gray's like silver. Oh, ha ha ha. That missed him, and that's it. Let's check anything else. Now it seems this is that is the end of this turn. Next up, is it Iron Man's turn? It is. Checking. This is where someone attempted to attack this person. This is this. If this recalls, this found Silver Surfer, and then this would not know that Superman has found this person, and it is about to find out, mayhaps. So this would check Silver Surfer first, because that's the one that's new, was there, and suspects might have attempted to attack. They're just parked right at each other's maximum range, firing cosmic bolts and guided anti-tank, tiny, hyper-sophisticated Tony Stark brand anti-tank tow missiles, and tongue-tied tank-guided anti-tow missiles with my mistletoe. There's no match for my tow missile. This thought that was a joke when this first heard that. I thought, oh yeah, because it's just... I thought he named it that so that it could rhyme with mistletoe, but there actually is a type of military weapon called the tow missile. It's very serious, very sophisticated, and developed by Israel. Yeah, you know they make the best missiles. They have to. Segregation. It works because it has to. Oh dear, the Israelis are going to shoot a missile here. I hope they didn't hear that either. No, Ben Shapiro, no, don't tell them, Jack. Boop, they don't need to know. They don't need to know. It'd be funny if Ben Shapiro says, I'm telling. No! This is found the Silver Surfer. Right. That is it. Alright. That's it. Now I'm going to check everything else. Starting from here, over there. No. This is noticed that. This is Superman, the Earth's yellow sun bead. Oh my. So that guy was standing there the whole time? He was just glaring at me. Vicious stare that could literally burn a hole. But not literally in this case, but they could. Both figuratively and literally. Not that literally the gaze itself was the lasers that he is very capable of firing. Assuming they are even lasers. I don't know what they are. They're just nuclear particle beams. And he fires X-rays, if that's to suggest that he can fire electromagnetic beams from his eyes that are of all the rays of the spectrum. Would it be more appropriate to say that he has pulse vision rather than ray vision? Is it a particle or a wave? That's, you don't know. It's kind of, that's the thing about quantum physics. What have I done? What have I done? I've crossed that boundary that man was not meant to cross. This can see up here. No one in there. Anything else this can see? Anything at all? No. This has two. I have two targets, fortunately, and running shot. This needs to get out of here. This is in range to hit both of them. This would like to just running shot one over, because we don't know how far he can charge. Running shot here. I'm going to target both of these cretins. Take this, you belligerent and malevolent and some creepy quadrilateral commissars. Conquistador. 8 that hits 19s. 19s. Any of you have 18? You have 19. He has 19 defense, that guy. Oh, right, he's a 350-point character. You forget sometimes. Superman's a wild card. Do wild cards copy friendly team abilities? Or the Ironmonger, it says on his card that he can copy opposing team abilities, but that he could also... They can't. This doesn't know if they were trying... If you could always copy opposing team abilities, and that the special modified part that is implicit by the fact that they are explicitly addressing it, instead of giving him just saying he can copy team ability, or giving him the wild card, a standard team ability, or more referred to standard slot, subsection, and appendices. What do you have there? Category, bracket, column bracket, standard bracket, function. Closer. Call it a bracket function. Bracket function, symbolic insignia powers. Maybe way up. This made a move. I made a change, switch over. Just moved over one, thinking that's Superman. I don't know if he charges. I don't know if he's running shots. The fact that he's that close, and I'm pretty sure Superman has more range than that. He's probably trying to get close to me. He wants to touch me. No, bad touch. Like there's a good touch. Good touch? What's a good touch, man? In any case, this already hit both of them. This one has invulnerable. He's been hit, so he can roll super senses now to dodge it. He gets it. Can't target him. Fortunately, this can distribute the damage any way it likes. Or does it have to do that before he rolls super senses? Super senses avoids the hit, not the damage. Impervious works on the damage. So as soon as you get the damage, you roll impervious. When you get the hit, you roll super senses. Got it. Now, this is going to... Since he's completely avoided the attack, he's Supermaned himself out of the way. I'm going to give all the damage to Silver Surfer. That's 4 damage. Silver Surfer takes 2. Everybody gets 1. Except the Silver Surfer. He gets 2. Why does he get 2? It's damage that destroys your soul. What? I mean, it sears your flesh or burns your Silverado cosmic unknown material palladium ball. Galactus picks up nothing for no man except your entire essence and elevates it to a new state, to a new paradigm of being. But he won't pick up a can of beer. Oh, beer. You don't even like beer. Good, you don't know. Now that's it for his turn. He doesn't have any kind of special Pacific Rim ranged combat attack flurry. Oh, where is that guy? That guy was a neat piece. He does not belong in this game. This is for the factory rejects. These are the factory rejects. That's it. For you, at least. Who's next? Whose turn is it next? Superman? It is Superman's turn next. What is this object here? Well, Superman's going to pick that up for sure. Wasn't that close to Iron Man. Silver Surfer would not see that. Yeah, whose turn is it? It is Superman's turn. Taking Superman off the field. It is you, Silver Surfer, that needs to be taken off the field. Superman. I'm trying to catch the Man of Steel. And the Man of Steel he is. Oh, that's great. That's one of the best cranky. It's a residence. All right, 10. Let's check this thing. Immediately, this catches this person's eye, possibly because it knows he's there. I'm going to search for anyone new. That name, the howl of the daunting nightmare generator, mathematical archetype only calculable by Alan Turing, Turing boom, enigma code decoding information exhibiting silent, deafening wail of despair, torment, and soul deracination. And uber triad who are knocked spirit world traipsing ganja corp lodge. Get your take turns. Let's put Iron Man right there. Found him. Doesn't seem like anyone else is here, just to make sure. Seem a bit... Something about the way they were positioned made them seem longer than they seem now. Now to check these 3 onto here. As if Iron Man was hiding someone. Nope, don't look over here. Don't look over here. Nothing's happening here. It looks like some kind of state-of-the-art munitions research laboratory. Nope, that's not what it is at all. Are you Dexter? No! Who? No one's over there. Anything else this can see? Let's see up here. No one's in there. Can this charge? This is 10. This knows where he is at the beginning of the move action part. Ordinary hero clicks rules ordinary hero clicks rules apply, and so do alternate side parking rules in New York City around the This can charge for 5, and 5 is what this needs indeed. So I'm gonna. Do I have super strength? I do not have super strength. This is bollocks. I have charge but no super strength. Butter but no bread. I got butter but no bread. Peanut butter, no jelly. Cool, no aid. What is going on? What the? In the words of gangster Krizab, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What should it do? This doesn't know what kind of this doesn't know what his defense power is, and it doesn't have to tell this person, so it doesn't know if attacking him is ranged or close combat is better. And strangely enough, doesn't have super strength. And this doesn't know if he has super strength. This assumes that unless maybe he had to clear, he would have picked it up if he had super strength and charge, or unless he has super strength without charge or something. But who would do that? Or the better question is, who would give someone 11 attack with penetrating psychic blast and then not give a Superman super strength with charge that breaks through blocking terrain? Maybe all that strength was allocated into being able to destroy outdoor blocking terrain. Superman in HeroClix sees microversed key. He can't do it all right now. He's being overwhelmed by the bacon burning hunk of burning love and who heave up the mind, overpowering and oversaturating the very tenuous and pale, short-lived nuclear half-life-like effort that has to constantly engrave the story of man into the ever-shifting sands of the eternal, semi-eternal, technically eternal, but not really, sort of, definitely, sands of the chaotic turbulence of the cosmos. Hyperbolic, effete, trifling, tripe-ridden, innocuous, mortal, wretched creature. Be quiet and charge. Since that character does better at range, this is going to decide to charge. That's not why this decided to charge. This once again made an impetuous, possible, incipient mistake, and in the midst of charging, this thought, hey, this is a good idea. How often does that happen? How often does that happen where you say, gung-ho! Hey, you know what? This is a good idea for once. Let's do this. Put it on that. 3 and 3, 6. 17. That hits! And it couldn't pick up that object because no super strength. Oh, the attack has already been made. This character has super senses. Oh, I knew it. He's going to roll super senses. It fails. That's a regular, ordinary, standard power super senses. But then if he is successfully hit, which he has, yes, he reduces the damage by 3. Oh! 4 damage, he will take 1. Now he has Outwit and 12 attack. Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of starting to see. 300 points, huh? He's 50 points behind Superman. Well, that's starting out pretty good. See where this goes. That's 17 defense. However, what that means is that it, in a way, recreates the die roll to avoid damage, and then if that doesn't work, the damage reduction, even though the damage reduction is greater than impervious, it mentions not impervious, so if a power negates impervious or standard defense power, that won't negate his damage reduction. But if someone had precision strike, that would negate his super senses, where it would not negate the die, which is the die roll in this case that avoids the damage, and the auxiliary is to reduce the damage where it would not if it were impervious. And that's it. That's all I could do. Oh, this can check this hallway now. After punching this guy, take a look. Turn my head super fast. I'm cool. So cool. Is this a guy? Oh my goodness. The Silver Surfer? So that's what all that racket was? You were shooting him the whole time whilst I was attacking you. You were only thinking of him? How could you? Wait, Kal-El, it's not what you think. Needs to switch over that action token. That character bead mounted character peg. Character bead mounted peg into the slot. Kind of lodges. This prefers when the friction or air pressure generated, when the friction between the interior surfaces of the character peg, the bead mounted character, the bead ID mounted character peg, bead ID mounted character peg, and the interior surface of the bead ID mounted character peg slow the bead down, and the air pressures create that lustrous descent. down into the board. It's very unusual to see an object with that kind of surface area fall and then not do the pin drop, pivot, angular momentum, drop, fall on its side, roll. It's just, whoosh, like you're sewing something and you drop a pin and it just falls into your body. Where did it go? Where did it go? An object like that is supposed to fall on its side. It's not just supposed to stay straight and then disappear onto a surface. No. This is some straight up bordering on Garrick's own verisimilitude of fundamental order of the mortal world, precedent of progression, archetype, information generating circumstance, and I won't have it. What is that? What is the What is that? Is that some kind of extreme? I assume that's a reference to something. Back to the game. You errant popular culture generating cockable commissar, lily hammering, nitwitted, bollocky idiot. That is the all for Superman. And he gets another action token. And he leaves the field. And he divorces Lois Lane. He never married her. This is what's happening. This is the world. Next up, Tyr. Hey, Tyr. Tyr's here. Never fear, Tyr is here to enforce a possibly antiquated notion of justice. Here we go. Is the god of justice. I suppose it's not quite antiquated because humanity has not decided that it is unworthy of civilization, but it is. Anyhow, checking the room that you're in. Check. This can check these two. Check them and these 8. Only Tyr. Now, this can check that whole room actually. Check the room it's in first. Check the room you're in. With the exception of the squares that already checked, now this room. They have yet to be proselytized into apostatizing this vile and ignominious precept. That is, that what if it were you? Essentially, the question is, do you want to get hurt is the pinnacle of an advanced and civilized civilization, or at least is a reasonable proxy for one. It's not. Do you want to get hurt? No. Okay then. That's it. That's what you built all these ancient Greek monuments for. This is all, and I'm here to enforce it. Strangely, here we are, back at the This is going this way. This is already checked this room 3 here. Now this is going to check that room 4. This has moved 4 of the 8. This is 4 more movement. This can now check that. This notices these 2. Someone is here. This can see into that hallway. Silver Surfer. The gang's almost all here. Anything else? This can see that whole room. And check that whole room. We found that guy. Which ones is that? Those? Superman and... No, this is Superman. This is Iron Man. Superman and Iron Man. Silver Surfer coming to a theater near you. That is all. This can see here, that one room. Of that room. No one in... What? Is this a character? No. A bit shorter. A bit shorter. Walking back and forth. He's going to have an epileptic fit. That's what happens when you spend that much time near the perennial and the seemingly infinite and endless, vast cosmic Komkudamamatsa void of magnetron microwave of that is the cosmos. You get messed up, man. Tier. This can charge for 4. This could charge any one of them. This gets +1 to defense for how many characters this is adjacent to. And there are 2 characters over here. We got 2 heroes over here, 1 hero over here. I had 1 hero, now I have 2 heroes. That's multiplication. 4 charging on the man from Krypton. Charging on Superman. Attack! 1 and 5, 6. That probably does not hit anything. 17. That did not hit Superman. He says Indomitable, fortunately. And this will now make that, change that. Oh, yeah. Anything else? This can now see down that way. That is all. This can also now see down to there. No one there. That's it. That's it. Tier is finished. Beginning of the new round, starting with Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage. There's a guy named Adam Savage on the Mythbusters. Like, Adam, what? And you see this guy like, oh man, it doesn't get much more Nordic than that. You just imagine this guy or this guy's ancestors just walking out of a soft incandescent campfire lit mead hall in like a blood-stained leather loincloth and clothes and straps and helmets and just beard soaked in yeast piss and yak's milk and just, oh yeah, time to go back to the other wood hut. Hogan. No. You know, where does Vandal Savage? Vandal Savage has to clear. He's here, and has to clear, and has a sword, and it was a big sword. His outwit, this suspects, this could be shape change, has no clue. I have no clue what this is. This can check the rooms that you can see. Not in that room. This is adjacent to here. Check these 6. There you are. You know this. You have no choice. Oh, what is it doing now? That's it. That's all. Clearing Vandal Savage. He would heal now. He has 2 action tokens and he heals. This is giving that to him, but he hasn't taken any damage. Therefore, Silver Surfer's turn. Probably to do nothing. Search that hallway. Silver Surfer. Tier. Superman. Iron Man. The bears, the tigers, the lost and possibly errant Asgardian gods. Oh my. Da, 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 da. That's a lot of people. There, I'm not sure I like that. Any special powers? I have hypersonic, I have penetrating psychic blast, and impervious finally, but can I use it? No. Gotta clear. Who's next? After Silver Surfer comes Iron Man. This immediately notices this. And that. Superman and Tier. Check that hallway. Is this suspects in this? prognosticates that Silver Surfer might be in it to win it. Jake! Trying to auto-tune the epiphany that one is not allowed to give up on life. No, Finn. No. Give up. You must give up, Deandra. This one seems a bit long. Fix that. This is found Silver Surfer. Iron Man. Check that small hallway here in case someone flew past this person. Just didn't realize this. You might not think to check there. Well, there's only one square one could pass through if you're an opposing character, unless you ignore characters. Which the flight ability, in a way, allows you to do when moving. For movement purposes, yes. Kindness, yes. Let me check this thing. This can see. Not in there. Anything else this can see? Now it has to clear. That will be all for this guy. Next is Superman. Superman sees this guy. Cuidado. And Iron Man. Tyr and Iron Man. Superman. Tyr and Iron Man. Come on and catch your beverages and take a seat by the bleachers and stay tuned with the show. You'll be knocked off your feet and your socks. Whoa! I'm gonna check this. Check that hallway back there. In case. No, I'm checking this hallway. The Silver Surfer, right? Nobody here. Check that room. Or to check that hallway. Cool blondie. No one in there. Whose turn is it? Whose turn is this? It is Superman's turn. He has 2 action tokens. You can see up there. And that is all. Superman has leadership and no one to lead. And we'll clear. Whose turn is it now? Tyr. Tyr is going to check this hallway, sees these two, who is attempted to base. No, I'm gonna do me some basing, facing. Yes. The lustrous air pressure, vacuum, and friction between ID bead mounted character peg and the interior surface of the ID bead mounted character peg, IDBI RFDID chip slot. Descent into the ID bead mounted character peg slot, and then in some cases where it stops and then allows you to then drop the character onto it, the ether precedent deflecting through it as if begging to be nested just right into place. Just like guiding. There you go. Let's drop it right there. There we go. Perfect. And how serendipitous. What is this? Whose turn is it? Tyr? Tyr's going to search that hallway. The Silver Surfer. Nobody there. Check that room, except for those squares of that hallway. There. And where else this can see down? Here. No one in there. That is all this can see. And down that hallway, this didn't check down there. No one in there. Heimdall is clearing. Another round down. Vandal Savage's turn. Beginning of the turn and the turn of the tide. Here. Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage, move out. He has 7 movement to check that room he's in. No. Check that in. Check that room just outside. 8 squares. No. Trying to move out. Check this hallway. It's 2 out of 7. 5 remaining. No. 2 more to a total of 4. 3 remaining. Check that room. That guy. 3 movement left. Cut across. I can search up there. Cut across. This is notice that. Once again, it could be the result that this knows where everyone is, but I've caught this person's eye. And this is moving here. Over there. That is all. Next turn is Silver Surfer. The guy we just found. Checking the hallway you're in. Tier. Superman. Iron Man. That's this. Can't check anything else. I'm going to have Silver Surfer. He can hypersonic. Try to. Only there's an energy explosion. This has penetrating psychic blast, which might work better actually. This can no longer target Iron Man. It could target Superman or Tyr. Can Tyr attack this person from there? He'd have to be able to charge 6. Maybe. This doesn't know. But he seems to be occupied with those people, based with them. So we want to provoke him to try and break away and attack this person. This will attack. Superman is farther away than Tyr, which means he'd have to charge 7. I suspect even Superman doesn't do that. That's very unusual. I'm going to target Superman. Presumably the Man of Steel should have some kind of damage reducers that the theoretical allocation of effective power and ability effectiveness allocation correlation to point value should be able to, of course, assuming I can hit anything. For 4, and that's 15, misses. That's it. That's all there is. Next is Iron Man. Man is going to check that hallway and finds these 2 guys. Superman and Tear. Respite, oh dear. The Silver Surfer, attacking, using Tyr as a human shield. Be my Asgardian Whoopi. You just bogart all these attacks for me. You can bogart that. I would like to running shot. Try to get running shot away from these people. I have the power to running shot my full movement. That's what I'd like to do, despite the fact that this now sees all the characters that would probably be targeting. This has that power. This is where that power comes in handy now, where you know where everyone is, and at the beginning of the move action, and I still get to use my full range, my full speed. In fact, you don't even necessarily get to use your full speed. If you find someone, you get to use whatever part of the speed that remains. Usually not your full speed. If you can use your full speed, it's probably because you found them at the beginning of the movement. This is very convenient, and therefore would not be able to. You'd have to use typical HeroClix rules now. Breaking all the rules. Rolling breakaway to running shot. Special power, speed power. 6 gets it. No one has plasticity, and even if they did, it would have still gotten it. Can fly, ignoring characters. 2, 3. From here, this can check in there. These 3 squares transposed across. No. That's 3 thus far. This can move another 8. How far away does this have to be? This is going to attack Superman. What's that? 3. This has to be here. This moved 3. It has another 5 remaining. You can get as far as this. This can now see in there. Nobody in there. Did this check the rest of this room? This is charging around this room. This doesn't know where it's... If there's anyone else in here, it should probably... I'm in the middle of a running shot. I gotta do that. They should have checked already. This will go and check it now. Except for that hallway. In the middle of a... It can see it. It's not out of the area. If it had left the area, this would not check it. I have to make it frantically look around. Might overlook something. No one there. Alright. And this can check this hallway. This will wait till this will do that now. No one there is going to see. Now this is making that attack on Superman. It's doing 12. Can Superman be outwitted? I suspect so. His powers can be countered. Superman. 12 attack. That's a big increase in attack. Did he have 10 attack before or something? Or 11 attack? He had 10. Oh, it's Silver Surfer that had 10 attack. 7. That hits 21. 7 or 12. Or 19. That hits a 19. Oh, just what this needed, actually. 7 seems like a fairly... doesn't seem like a low roll. It's not particularly high, but not low either. So, and that's just enough. Yeah, that's a powerful character. With 12 attack. 4 damage. That character has super senses also. That person also has the combo of super senses and a damage reducer instead of just impervious. 1 misses the super senses, but now has impervious. It's not penetrating, so take 2. 2 damage. This will outwit your charge. Take that, Superman. You super shrub. You incapacitated, quadriplegic, innovated super shrub. Take that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know what you're doing. Yeah. This would no longer be able to see Silver. This knows where Silver Surfer is, but this would no longer be able to see it. Extra. Read all about it. Move that character. Good night. I was forgetting the movement. friction should not be so much on a peg that is so short that it should not fall swiftly into place. Pin and needle into hole style. That is all for you. Superman. Next is Superman. I've been hit. 9, 11 attack. Super strength. Now this can pick up that tank turn, but it can't charge. Bollocks. It would have to. This doesn't have. I'd have to stop. I have to be able to take away Tony's outwit or damage him. Try to shoot him. This can't shoot out of adjacency. It's based with tier. That brain, that genius level intellect, scrutinizing this person's every move and its scenario and its surroundings, using his circumstantial evidence and situational awareness, Archer style, to just lull me into a false sense of security and then box me into a conundrum of the space-time variety. Space-time. They're just saying that because it rhymes. And so is a right there. Check down that. This is who's this? It's probably Tia. Both the modern crystal red module and dark chaotic magic. Do you believe in magic? From a young girl's heart, it brings rhythm and chaos wherever it's. Well, it does. You release your inner macho and it will free your soul. It's like trying to teach a stranger about carpal tunnel syndrome. Maybe not that. Maybe more like pulmonary embolisms. Or diabetes. There you go. Do you believe in magic? This guy over here, there's Iron Man. He's trying to snipe me. He just flies away. Flies away. No one's can see up there. Just this one row of that room. One row, that room. That is all this can see. Now this must decide what is it going to do. I can't charge. He outwitted the charge. This can attack here or try to base Iron Man again. This will. He's going to keep shooting this person. I need to get away from here. This can't ignore characters anymore. Get away from here. Get its charge back and come back. Pick up that heavy object and come back with charges. Tier, I don't consider this won't sit here and fight Tier whilst Iron Man is pot-shotting me. Better yet, this could base Iron Man and try to sneak up on. He's gonna just outwit me again. I need to get out of his range and then come back. It's going to pick up that object and move with a move action. 3. That is 9 movement. I have 6 remaining. 2 more, 4 remaining. Check that whole room. This has to. Does this ignore characters? This does not ignore characters. This has to roll breakaway. No, this failed. You failed. This might have been better off fighting here. No picking up objects, no getting away. No escapes. And not going. You're not going nowhere! Got 3 minutes of playtime. Whose turn is next? Tier. Tier's turn. Silver Surfer. Why does no one want to fight me? Because you're grounded and everyone else has some move and attack and you're tier. And you... It's because I prattle on about justice, isn't it? Yes! Use the word prattle on himself. That takes guts. No, it doesn't. It takes guts to be just. There you go. There he goes again. Gonna search down that hallway. Gonna search. Superman? Superman. Put Superman there. Oh, finally, I get to attack somebody. You're going to attack me? This is a battle, is it not? What about him? He's got range on you. You should base him. Well, he hasn't done anything to me. Oh, well, what happened to your Asgardian Valhalla mentality? It's a free-for-all, right? I'm here, you're here, now we fight. The same ideological framework of a garden squirrel with no acumen in macrame. What? Exactly. Exactamundo! That must be this Iron Man I'm hearing about. My name is Tony. Tony. He's the anti-Tony. Anti-Tony cruise missile, hunt Tony. Somebody told me you put the Tony in hunt Tony. Poco de Amaramo. I resent that and accept that in different ways. They should have phrased that better. This is anything else. This can see down here. Nobody in there. This is going to now make an attack 11 on your 17 Superman. 5. That hits. 16. Misses by 1. That's Tier's turn. After Tier, the game repeats itself. Vandal Savage is... This did not move Vandal Savage's character token. Where was he then? It's 3 in... over here. Imbecile. Half-wit. Blackguard. Duplicitous, perfidious, doltic blackguard, dullard, troth, gormandizing, gluttonous, feeble, troth, near-mouthed crotch, pheasant, commissar. I got 7 movement and 1 action token. Let's get the holy second. Something. Walk across the Gobi Desert. 3. Oh, there's that guy. Let's recall notice that can check that hallway. Silver. Tyr, the man of steel. Magic. Do you believe in magic? In an Asgardian sheath, it brings a swath of destruction wherever, whatever's underneath it. It'll carve in crimson dark wake of death that you'll never unsee. You'll never an unspeakable horror from a magical Ubertrites dimension that you cannot comprehend is what's in store for thee. Do you believe in? Oh, what have I done? I've strangely nothing, but that's the problem. Nothing. It's done nothing. Should check this room. Let's check this room. I'm moving through it. This is Vandal Savage. There you are. Nobody is there. Now since this found him in the midst of the move action, just as it arrived here, it can now make a... How far did it move? 3. It now has 4 movement remaining for a charge. It can only move 1 more square into a square that is required to close the distance between itself and the Silver Surfer without being based. I suppose it could move here, then here. That would help avoid being hit by Superman. I'm going to do that too. Move 2 to a total of 5 of the 7 movement. My second movement. Oh, this could charge! This actually doesn't have to, This could charge him from here. And giant reach him with the sword. Does this want to do that? Because he could move out of the way and then I'd be exposed. I'm going to giant reach him with this sword. The just gonna make you his boob! Use giant reach blades claws fangs first use. And it's 7. You got 10, 17. What do you have? 7. He has 17. He's 17 and impervious. Now the blades claws fangs to find out how much damage. 2. That's not very good. This sword is terrible. Charge. Good charge. Let's charge from here. The movement is over. Should change those pegs over. That's 2 damage, impervious. It can't hurt him. He gets it. Even if it was more than 2 damage, it wouldn't work. That was a failed attack, but at least it attacked somebody. He's in that square. That's it for Vandal Savage. The second round has begun. Next is Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer. I'm being attacked by all sides. It's that roster sound. Is that where they got that sound from Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2? Or the skill point assignment? Something like that. They just moved HeroClix pieces around. How fitting! Stats and abilities. For Stats and Abilities Incorporated game, you have this heavy information and stats and numbers and symbols, heavy game, emulating a video game in many ways. We got Tyr and Superman. But I assume they're not the ones who attacked this person. Should a character have to tell you who they are when they're attacking? Well, they're going to figure it out when they know which player is attacking them. The Vandal Savage attacked me. He's not in this row. What is he, like, right here? See, now this is a problem. Oh, this notices that. Oh, he can giant reach me from 3 squares away, but he's now in a zone that this cannot see into. So how did he see where I am? He should not have been able to find me, or at least not be able to target me until he enters a region where he can see me. What then they would tell you is they went here and they found you. They went here and found you, then charged backward. Now Silver Surfer will have to move over there. It's going to hypersonic here. And now we'll search that room immediately. We'll just see you and put you there. And that sword. Oh, there's. Oh my goodness, it's green. What? I didn't expect that. Nothing. It's because it's green, isn't it? A little bit. No one else is in this room. So checked the hallway already. Found Superman. This is 1 square away from Mr. Savage. This will now make the... this can't do penetrating psychic blast, but it can use a ranged combat attack. Then just fly away. 4. This guy is not hitting anything. 15. That misses Vandal Savage. Now, unfortunately, this is hypersonic, and I have 10 movement with which to get out of here. Come fly with me, come fly, let's fly away. Do. If you could use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. So come fly with me, we'll take off in a blue. This is not checking. We should be checking. Now that this is here, check this hallway and this part of the hallway. No one there. And now this hallway. And these 2, across these 12. Now 3, ending there. Switch them over. It's the impression it should have parked right here. Then I would have been able to watch him, or he might have then tried to base this person. Perhaps it was best that it reacted that way. Silver Surfer's turn. That'll be all, gentlemen. Fellas. Next up, Monday. Iron Man. Checking this room. Another problem is that if you're playing this in the summer and you're sweating bullets and you have to really be close and over a board, that is another problem. You make this board out of non-stick materials. Non-stick, non-sweat, non-grime-resistant foam board. Superman! Yeah. Now this can also still check from being adjacent to the zone that is these 3 squares down this way, and wee, all the way home. This has an extra available. What will this do? Go in, guns blazing. This can outwit something. Let's outwit Superman's. Outwit. Now that this has outwit, this may now know what This will ask what are Superman's powers that are all of Superman's powers, and if they're outwittable, if they're unoutwittable, I suppose that you don't have to tell them because you can't. They're inaccessible to your intelligence. If you have an unoutwittable power, you don't have to tell it. Of course, if you don't mention a speed power or something like that, they're going to wonder, do you have a speed power? Plead the fifth on that. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Anytime someone says I plead the fifth, what is the... What are your powers? You have the flight ability, you have charge, you have super strength, you have indomitable, you have defend, and that's it. Defend. Oh, you don't have any defensive. He has traded invulnerability, but should you have to tell him that? He can't outwit that, so you don't have to tell him that. But they might ask, oh, he has no damage reducers? I plead the fifth. What do you mean you plead the fifth? I mean, you said he doesn't have any other, he has no standard defense powers. So he might have a non-standard defense. Does he have any, what are his defense powers? He has defend. That's it. That's all you need to know about that. All right. What should I outwit? So just wait till this attacks him and decide if I'd like to outwit something. This hallway. This didn't check that hallway. No. All right. Attacking. This is targeting both Tier and Superman. Then if this misses Superman, this can always auxiliary on Tier. 7. 12 hits a 19. Hits both Tier. Tier gets +1 from being adjacent to Superman. That's 18. Still hits both of them. Who would this like to give damage to? He doesn't have any other Tier. Oh, Tier, I have outwit. I get to know what Tier's defense powers are. What are Tier's defense powers? He has charge and a defense power that gives him +1 for every adjacent character. That's it? No toughness? No. Oh, that's tempting. I really want to just... this is going to... And Superman doesn't have any defense power, or this suspects that something's up, but this doesn't know. This will give 2 to each of you. Let's see what happens. 2, that means Tier will take 2. And Superman isn't harmed at all. What? You said? Traded. Kuridona, you... Oh my goodness, you perfidious, larcenous, pilfering... What did I steal? Fine, you detestable, lying scoundrel, thieving, Bildrat, Squidward? Bildrat? Thieving? Alrighty then, that's enough of that bollocks. So what am I gonna outwit now? Oh, that guy's got sidestep, he's got powers now, he's got Blades Claws, probably. I'm going to outwit Superman's charge. You're not going anywhere. You're staying right there with your good old buddy Tier. Yeah, alright. Such... You maniac. You utter maniac. Next is... Superman. The man from Krypton. This is going to chickadee check and chizek this always a. It's like Ebonic Pig Latin. Could that be considered an oxymoron? No. Hermes? Yes. Why? To correct that reference to Ebonics and the comparison between Ebonics and Pig Latin. That's it? Yes. I got a Strizoke in my... Don't do it. Found that guy. Silver Surfer's gone. Anybody else? Somebody trying to... So, 20 stars. I think he's somewhere. There he is. Oh, Anthony. He's outwitted. He's outwitted this person again. checking down that region. Oh my goodness, he's... Superman can't charge still. He's still based with Tyr. I'm just gonna have to try to get rid of Tyr. I guess we'll fight Tyr this time. Yeah. That's it. That's enough of you. 11 on whatever you've got. 7. That's 18. You have 17 defense. This is dealing you 4 damage. He reduces 2. Oh, now you reduce damage. You didn't reduce it for him. Times were different. I thought this expected Asgardians to be less reactive a species than human. Didn't think so. That's all. That's it. Anything else this can do? It cannot. That is all for Superman. You can see up here. Check that out. Next up, Tyr. Number 9. 5. Checking that hallway. Check from the top. There's Superman, probably. Yes, it is. Just attacked me. I'm gonna go that implicit, not educational, industrial, entertainment industrial manager or high class executive sort of guy from Tropic Thunder. Like, I will boop you up. Oh God. I'm going to need a binding resolution from the UN to stop me from raining hellzone grenade on you. Like, I'm talking scorched earth, mother boop. I will boop you up. No, he says it differently. I will boop you up. I will massacre you. I will. Oh dear goodness. I will boop you up. I will massacre you. Massacre you. I will boop you up. I will boop you up. No, I'm not doing it right. There's something wrong. Talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will boop you up. No, I will boop you up. No. Oh my. Imagine that guy in that room just trying to get that right over and over and over again. It's just like, how do you say this? Or did he just come up with that out of nowhere? Or was he trying to imitate himself? No, I want to do it like this. I will massacre you. I will boop you up. Boop you up. I will boop you up. Alright. 10 attack. Time to massacre you. I will boop you up. Nope. That's 9. It's 19. He has 17. This deals you 2 damage? I'm using Blade's Claws. He has Blade's Claws. Probably needed to announce that, but I'm not. Tyr has had it. 2 damage. There you go. This bollocks. That. Check everywhere? Oh, this notice is Iron Man isn't there. I assumed Iron Man would be somewhere nearby. I just didn't check that room. I will massacre you! You're going to need a binding resolutionary contract to keep from the UN to keep you from boop, destroying you. I'm talking scorched earth, mother boomer! I will massacre you! I will boop you up! I will boop you up! Closer, but no. So close, but no cigar. I will massacre you! I will boop you up! Not quite. That's it. That's all there is. That's it for Tyr and all these people. Oh my goodness. Vandal Savage. The Savage from the Mesopotamian era. The tail end of the Stone Age. Checking that zone. You're riding that home. Woo, you're right. You're right. Nobody's in that room. Check here. These 8. No one's in there. No one's out there. This can't move. This is stuck here. This is going to clear. I will massacre you. I will boop you up. I will boop you up. Kind of on the P a little bit. I'm not getting it right. Next. Silver Surfer. Silverado. I'm Colorado here. Yeah, checking that hallway. Oh my goodness, can you believe this? Oh my, what in the name of that? I don't have to. No one in there. No one in that room. Silver Surfer has to clear. That's it. That's it, you clear. That's it, so. Vandal Savage, go ahead, clear. So is next. Iron Man? Iron Man is next. Up next. The Iron Giant. Iron, pretty big guy. I will massacre you. I will boop you up. I will boop you up. I will boop you up. Okay, he's like you just see him like yelling into the phone. Oh my goodness! I will boop you up. That is like mouth. Up. I will boop you up. I'll boop you up. It might be because I'm doing the 1 gigahertz sine wave. That might be it. He just says it, and that might be part of the euphony or the etymology that is helping him to say it in just that way. Can this sensor with a 1 gigahertz sine wave and still get it right? Hard to tell. Superman. My gummy bears. Look at that. Tyr and Superman. And this hallway. Nobody there. That's all as can see down here. Nobody there. As can also see these 3 of that column transposed across those rows, stopping here. All right. Nobody tells Boxy Brown. Superman. I will massacre you. I will boop you up. 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 Who's this guy? Tyr. The second tier Asgardian gods. I don't know why the Aesir gods allowed him onto Asgard. The second tier Aesir Asgardian god. God, the gauntlet of second tier Asgardian tier, the second tier, the frontier tier, the frontier of second tier Aesir Asgardian Aesir gods. Tier, the final frontier, tier, the final, the Heimdall and tier, the final frontier of second tier Asgardian Aesir gods. Maybe. Maybe. Right here. That's right! And this can also add thought perchance. Massacre! I will massacre you! We're talking scorched earth, mother boober! I will massacre you! I will boop you up! Not quite, but closer. I will boop you up. Tony Stark, my man. Willis Wickham, my man. PhD in deranged and boggart, incontinent, incoherent, inept, and tawdry, vile, and lamented, redundant, incoherent, redundant, vile, despicable, tumultuous, local or general anesthetics-induced psychoses. The subject, Brandon. Yale, mathematics. Did this check the hallway? Yes, that's it. No special power. We have sidestep, free action. What I'd like to get a little closer to this Iron Man fellow. And if this stays adjacent to Superman, he could hit this person anyway. Breaking away from him won't won't make this person more jeopardy. He doesn't gain special powers for charging. I don't think. I assume not. Curiously enough, he does, but not necessarily that would help him hurt Heimdall tier in this particular case. And thus, moving there. And this isn't less vulnerable to... If anything, it's less vulnerable because now it's on its way to being able to attack Iron Man. Actually, maybe it might be making itself more vulnerable by putting itself in a position indicating to a player that this might be approaching Iron Man with the pretext of attacking it, and it might draw its fire. Oh, could this have dropped in that hindering terrain? No, it could not have. Not with sidestep. Now this is clearing. That's it. A new turn has begun. A new round. That's what I meant to say. Superman go? That was supposed to be Superman's turn, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. Did Superman go? Yeah. No, it's her turn now. Superman didn't. I think Superman went. Superman. I have to do Superman. Come on, brother. Superman's turn is supposed to come after Iron Man's turn. I am Mars, not so great and forgetful. Superman. Well, Tyr's not here. Tyr's elsewhere. Searching for someone else. There's somebody. Tony Stark. Oh, Tony, my man. Stark puts the Tony and hunt Tony Pogodore Amaremoa. Yeah. Oh. Shinjuta. Yes, Tier. He's over here. He's broken away. Oh, yeah. What are you looking at? That's it. Okay. Tier. It can also look down that way. And these 5. No. Anything else? No. Clearing any special free actions? No. That's it for Superman. Superman. I'm watching you. Mars attacks. Mars attacks you whilst you're sleeping. I will massacre you. I will boop you up. Oh, kind of. It's close enough that I'm willing to let this go now. It's long awaited. Anyone who's foolish enough to watch, has the tolerance or insanity or being on drugs enough to watch all it. Probably, oh goodness be praised, any god or absence of god or Carl Sagan you might worship. Be praised. This guy, this hyperbolic, effete popular culture, blatant stream of consciousness-esque insanity, lunacy that this person has been blathering on about for the past goodness knows how long it's been. This has a timer. There's a timer, but it isn't visible till this stops the video. Oh my goodness. What's been going on? It will finally come to an end. Nobody's in this room. Check these 8. And these 4. No. I'll do move here. Or maybe this could cut him off at the pass before this looks anywhere. Go back that way. This is going to check this hallway. This notices that, but cannot. That's not within the zone this can see. This knows it's there, but will not attempt to identify it. This knows that there are 2 people there. Someone there, and there's Superman. This can also see these 7. This one goes to 11. It's the gimmick. It's the gimmick. The value of gimmicks. I have 6 more movement. I'm going to go up and see what's going on over there. I have charge, which means that to charge on Superman, this would have to do it from here, and this cannot with 4 with the remaining movement in charge, which would be 6. But the maximum for charge when you have 7 movement is 4 or 3.5. It goes up to 4. I could charge him if he were here. He's not there. This might be able to charge Tier, as this will enter the zone where this can see him here, and then yes. Even though this does know that it's there now. Move 3 here. It's another 3. How many is that in total? 5. Oh, this may not have. This only has 2 movement left. That's not enough for the charge. The maximum charge is 4, but the remaining movement, at which point that it is arrived at the location where it can then make the charge, is not available. And this is no longer available for only 2 movement. That's the maximum movement. I'm going to check. Let's check the hallway. This is going to check. Oh, Silver Surfer's gone. Yeah, Silver Surfer. Let's flew the coop. Where did Silver Surfer? Hey, did you see a silver guy? There's a silver guy? Oh. You mean that one? Which one? Oh, this. No, notice this now. Now this can see this. The Mandarin Crystal Bed, purple the Mandarin Crystal Bed, Montunian Dark Chaotic Magic Tier. Final Frontier, the tier, the Final Frontier, Bidir, the Bidir, the Shane Bidet, the Bidir, the Bidet, the Bidet, the Shane Bidet, the Bidet, the tier, the second tier, the Asgardian, second tier of the Asgardian gods. It's a combination of SpongeBob doing whatever that was when he was writing in that one episode of Dexter's Laboratory, and Doodle Bob. Bob is savage. Oh my goodness. There's a guy right there. See this? Iron Man. Dear, a lot of people up here. In fact, the only one not here is Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer is gone. This is 2 movement left. How could it use it? This would like to remain within the 4 to attack somebody. This could duck off 2 this way. Then, he could this doesn't know he has sidestep, but this is going to assume he might have some movement attack and decide to use it. But with only 2 movement, I'm going to assume that it's probably as safe as this can get whilst remaining in a tactical position. This has outwit. Oh, this can outwit something. But, outwit tier or Superman. Superman is also dangerous. He might not notice this person. He can't see here from there. Which means that this can no longer see. This knows where he is. But this will no longer be able to see him in the next turn. Actually, no. This will be able to see that zone. This can peek there, but he can't peek in this room. Because this is doing so by peeking, by being adjacent to that zone. But he's not adjacent to this zone. He can't peek in this room. This can peek out of the room into that room. How does that happen? But tier is adjacent to from this square, these 3 squares of that column, to transposed across to these 3 squares of that column. So he would be able to see it. It would be able to see. Moving over, and this has giant reach. Oh, this had giant reach! Kuridona. The sword gave you giant reach. That is all. That room. This didn't check that room. That is all. We're done here. We may go be now. Next up, Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer's down here. Hypersonic. Let's check this hallway. Silver Surfer. You know this, man. Nobody in that hallway. I'm going to move 1 hypersonic, or I can declare hypersonic movement. Like, find somebody. Check that room. No one in that room. Move 3 more. Check this hallway. This can also do this. Check here. No one in there. That this can see. This could check that room and all. The whole room. This has moved 3. This has moved 4 thus far. Since 8 more movement. Checking this hallway. This has noticed this. Let's move 2 more to a total of 5, 6. Check that whole room. The squares of it that this has not already checked by checking these 2 of that column transposed here. 6, this has 2 more movement. 6, this has moved 6, this has 5 more movement. 11. Move here, check. Did this start in that row? This could go on this side. 2 more. 5, I have 3 remaining. Check those 8. And 2 more here. 3 more. Be here. Check. Oh, this could be here and then move to, no, this one. So check that row. This already checked that row. Well, it was over here. So let's instead move. This was here. Let's have 3 more from here. 2 here. Check that row. No one there. 1 more. Start the move over there. That's it. Moving over the peg. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You gotta be wallaby. That is all. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Next is Iron Man. Checking that room checking that hallway. Iron Man is adjacent to. This has noticed that. Dear, who is it now? Checking that room, that it has parts of the room that it has not checked already. You can see those 5. And these 2, one of which is part of the 5 that's mentioned. Oh, no, it's not. These 2 of that row transposed up those columns. Total of 8. Now the remainder of that room that is not part of the hallway, this just checked. This has noticed that. Superman. The man from Krypton. Oh, what's this? The modern crystal bed, much funny and dark, chaotic magic. Tia. This is adjacent to up here. That's it all, folks. You have it. You've seen it here. This has actions. This intends to use them. I don't want to have to. Uh-oh. So he's closer now. He's getting close. This might try to running shot again and try to maintain full range on both of them and get as far as possible. He might back this person into a corner and this goes down that hallway. How far away would it need to be at its maximum range? Need to be here. That's where. Could running shot back too. Or this could try running shot down here. Attack whoever that is. Doing a running shot. This can also see these 3. Transposed across. Let me do this. That is Vandal Savage. Oh, this didn't count on Iron Man finding this person. Oh my. But hello, what's this? 2? So I have to get closer to attack that guy. Focus on Superman. I'm going to focus on these two. Move 2 back and running shot, dual target. 4. That's 16. The tier has 16 defense. The other one is 18. This can use all the damage on tier. 4 damage. Tier. And outwit. This will now ask, what are the powers of tier? Indomitable, Flurry, Blades, Claws, Fangs, the special defense power that allows tier to increase defense by 1 for every adjacent opposing character that he's faced with, or adjacent opposing character, and Empower. All of those seem he's not going to be able to move and attack. Superman, the flight ability, a speed power that allows him to charge and destroy blocking terrain as he does it. And, super strength, super senses, and exploit weakness. Oh hell no! Outwitting that. All right. Oh wait, this is not in range. Should have been here. It was meant to be in range of both of them. Yes. All right. And. Movement is completed. Remove the action token. You dropped your sword. Oh, Johnny! You dropped your face. Guy with a giant sword. Rom Space Knight versus Vandal Savage, the guy with a giant dark emerald Greek Firefly petroleum-based product sword. That might be it. Outwitted. This moved. This looked. This came. This saw. This blasted. Attempted to blast things to oblivion. That is all. Next is Superman. Superman. We'll check this hallway. Just notices that. No one in that hallway. I can see something here. This can't see it, right? This knows it's there. This has found it, but this doesn't. This isn't in the zone to identify it. Searching the zone right next to it. This is a tier. Still there. There's the guys trying to attack me. Trying to arrest your spirits. Acting like Freya up in here. Garudamon. It's like the Freya of Digimon. Phoenix Freya of Digimon. Anywhere else this can see these 5 and these 3 of that column transposed across those rows. Those who walk behind the rows. Everybody clap your hands. This is just within range to attack Iron Man, as would explain why that character with the same range was in range to attack this person. With a ranged combat attack, this doesn't have penetrating psychic blast anymore. This is not in range to attack him with charge. He has 9 charge. He's 9 movement, 5 charge. This can't attack him like that. And if this attacks him, it'll go through hindering, and he'll get +1 to defense. I should pick up that object and try to base him. This will do that. I'm going up 3, 7, right there. Alright, go a little further. Fly past you. 9. Yeah, full movement, picking up that object. The movement has stopped. This informs Iron Man that Superman, or that this has based you. Who now? Superman. Oh. Ah, yes. This recalls that as if it were yesterday. It just happened. Yeah. And now if I can check this hallway. This didn't do that before. So notice is this. Can search also these 4. That's it. That is all. Finally, Superman has super strength. What does it take around here to... Now, Tier's turn. And everybody's writing me today. Checking that room he's in. He sees this. I'm going to check that region whilst this is looking. Vandal Savage. Be here. Vandal Savage. This has no movement attack anymore. Has no range. This can't reach that character. Should this know if he has this? This should know if he has the sword. You put the sword because it's huge. You're not going to miss that. But that means he can attack this person, but this can't attack him. This is very low on health. Get away from that guy. And he has... This doesn't know if he has charge, but he doesn't need it. Searching the room you're in. Iron Man and Superman. And this is also adjacent to this zone. These 3 to... Yeah. Check the remainder of that. That wasn't part of this zone. No. What can this do? He's could try to base Vandal Savage or try to take on Iron Man again. It doesn't seem very sportsman or Asgardian-like to try to overwhelm one guy with superior numbers, particularly when those numbers consist of the man from an Asgardian god, the Asgardian god, the Shane Madej Bidet second tier, the volunteer, the Shane Madej Bidet tier, the volunteer second tier Asgardian Asir god, and the man from Krypton. But I am the god of justice, and that means winning by any means necessary. Doesn't mean... Oh, this can only move 5? This can't even reach them. I guess it'll just have to... I'll make do with Vandal Savage. I suppose that people who fight for justice do have some kind of scruples, though. But they don't. There's not necessarily some sort of civil or interpersonal colloquial verisimilitude for their own regulations in any case. I'm just gonna see that whole room now. Savage. That's it. And tier is done. Next round, Vandal Savage, starting with the Savage from the Van Bondren, from the Van East. Vamos! Want to check this room you're in? This did not move Tier over. Where was Tier? Here? Oh, dear goodness. You. What? Just move its character. That whole time you didn't move your character. That's it. The hallway, yeah. Yeah, what's this? Tier. And the rest of that room, check it. Notices that. And this. Superman! That guy. This is no longer adjacent to that, so I'm going to check that. This never was adjacent to that, so I just thought it was here. Now, Vandal Savage will make its second Blade's Claws attack using that object. Oh, he has that. Oh, he has Close Combat Expert. This can't use both of those. This will use Blade's Claws and then Close Combat Expert next time. This time, second and final use. 16. He has 15, but gains +1 for every adjacent opposing character. That's +1 to 16. Still hits you. When you have to, when a +1 modifier, when you hit someone with a +1 modifier and the result of that modifier is 16, and you still hit them just with enough. Oh dear goodness. Blade's Claws. 4 hits them. It's 4 damage. KO. This guy KO'd and has Guardian God. His cape is so stiff. What kind of starch do they have in Asgard? I'll leave that guy there. I'll leave the body there. Vandal Savage can play with it or whatever. And then someone's going to play with his body. Next, that is the end of that turn. And the sword breaks. Chink! he's gone. Next up, Silver Surfer. Hypersonic. Check this hallway. Check these 8 squares. Silver Surfer. Check the hallway. Something up here. This can see that. Superman and Iron Man. And has hypersonic and hypersonic 2 from 4 away. And the Superman attack Superman and run. Have to be there. 2 hypersonic 3 up. Could have checked that room on the way. Check it on the way back. Attack! Kryptona 9. That's gonna hit something. 11. Alright, that probably hits a 20. He has 18. Also super senses. Gets it. Nothing. It was pointless. Where would this go? This has 11 movement. Used 3. I'm gonna have 8 more. We'll use 2 of it to move here. Check that whole room. Oh, they should have checked the rest of that as soon as it's moved here. Before it does that, I'm going to check that room. Make sure there aren't anybody else might want to destroy. Tears down. This notices that. This becomes visible. Like when an Asgardian dies, everyone's going to know. The fabric of justice will come on. Oh, is that what that was? What's this? That Tears peg was not removed from the game. The negligence of some people. By some people, this means this. Of some people. That's it there, and this can also check this room. No, now this can move the 3. Oh, this was here. Oh, then this would not have been able to do. Oh, creep on. This checked a room this wasn't supposed to be able to check. 2. Nothing happens. Didn't say that. Now this checks this room. See if anyone's in here. No one in there, and no one in there. Where should this go next? I'm gonna just hide around this corner, or this will. We'll move some. Change that over to there. That is all for the Silver Surfer. Gets another token. That is all for the Silver Surfer. Next is Iron Man. Checking. Superman, there you are. Of course, where else would you be? I don't like this at all. Is that a character? But no. It's a bit long. Just notices that. This isn't a position to check that. Yes. Vandal Savage. Sands the blade. And this could try to break away. This will outwit yours. This wouldn't necessarily know that. Well, this doesn't see the object. This is going to assume. Suspect mayhaps you should. This might declare that you should announce that you're picking up an object. This would definitely know that the object is gone, but this wouldn't know who has it. This considers objects to be more like symbolic, and not necessarily that someone is picking up an object. It could be, if you like it to be, but more just a momentary strength boost. Like, you have the opportunity to use the super strength power that you usually would have all the time, though for the purposes of video games, make that a temporary power. Therefore, this will say that you might be a bit nebulous. This might guess that you do, but right now it won't. This won't try to outwit your super senses, but this will take away that exploit weakness after I attack you. I'm going to attempt to attack you. 12. And, 5. That hits. 17. You have 18. That misses. Outwitting your exploit weakness. What do you... And this one can see down here. No, that is all for Iron Man. Next is Superman. This immediately. Iron Man. Did this check that hallway? Let me get rid of this. Superman is also in a position to be able to see that. Said Vandal Savage, though this should have taken away to illustrate that you would have discovered him. Discovered. It's not complying with discovery. I know what I'm supposed to get. I'm supposed to get a 4-page indictment and a copy of the coroner's report. The coroner's report? Yeah, and an 8-ounce container of blue alien amphetamines, and I didn't get any of that. Somehow I don't think that you were supposed to get amphetamines of any kind. Well, Mr. Whatever, Judge Morton, that's what I was supposed to get, and I didn't get it. That is checked. Superman will attempt to. Superman still has the object and an action token. Let's attempt to attack. He's taken away exploit weakness. Let's still use super strength. 6. How much attack do you have? 11. That's 17. Yeah, 17. that hits you for 3 plus 3, 6 damage. This one has super senses. Roll the super senses. Misses it. You reduce the damage by 3 if it was penetrating. Oh, if it was penetrating. Alright, but you reduce it by 3. Well, alright, so you take 3. That's still... That is... This did not check this hallway. This notices this. What's that? Somebody's over there. My super senses. No, that's super sensing for you. This object is expended. Place it right next to Heimdall, the expended stuff pile. The spirit world of... Spirit world, man. That's all for Superman. Next up would be Tyr, but since Tyr's gone, Randall Savage. Checking that room. No one's in there. Checking the other room. And that is all. Not in there. The hallway? Let's check that hallway. No one's in that hallway either. Everyone's gone. Oh wait, no. Let's found these two people.